Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where you can see here we have some plans going on. There's this going on up here. We've got all of this going on as well. Now off camera I did move this fleet down over here in hopes that we actually get the naval supremacy to do what we need over here. And we've got this situation going on. It's not a great situation. There's no doubt about that. I would absolutely love to build a naval base over here, but I kind of doubt it's going to happen, in all honesty. But for now, we'll just keep heavily nuking this area. I guess that's fine. Actually, we just stack wiped them. Cool. So that is great. At this point, we need to net ourselves some more naval supremacy over here. Of course, air superiority would help with that. And we do have a naval base, or rather an air base there, as well as one over here that could probably sort of reach anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and move these guys, I think, down to here and here. And let's get them on over. They'll arrive shortly. Excellent. And these guys, of course, they're going to head out over here. And these guys, they actually... Oh, that is not centered on the airbase at all. Okay. That doesn't really help. But I guess we'll put them over the Coral Sea to help assist with this invasion. Sure. That'll do. And that does bump us up to like 42%. And over here, I mean 0%. Sure. Low enemy intel. Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. For now, we are working on a number of these invasions. And I am very much hoping that we're able to get some additional naval supremacy over here. Scaled to 85% because of low enemy intel. Okay. So we are definitely raising up here quite a lot. Our air superiority is helping us. Dramatically, actually. Very dramatically. So that's great. As far as this up here goes, that's fine. We have these tank brigades here. I'm actually just going to toss those into, like, the European Coast Guard. It desperately needs more troops, so we'll go ahead and do that. We're also struggling a bit over here. This should get nuked, but we don't quite have the air superiority we need at this exact moment. Let's let that come up a bit. It should. It definitely should. Or just chill here. That works too, I guess. I mean, we are winning this. So this is okay. We're not necessarily pushing them out here, but this is fine. I'm content with this. What I'm not content with is that we don't have anything going on up here. So if we look at the American Union, we can see they've got a number of islands out over here that we probably do want to invade. We've got one here. We've got a bunch of them out over here. Some of these are going to be connected into the same tile, and that's fine. This is our primary invasion vector over here. We want to do that. We've lost our air... Oh, right, we would have. We would have lost our air superiority here. For now, I'm going to bring these guys back up over... Only 200 here? Back up over here. Because this is technically part of the Java Sea, which is weird to me. But okay. So we'll tell them, come on up over here. There we go. And now we have the ability to do this. Although they may have walked away. Cool if true. I mean, we're about to finish up this particular naval base in just a couple days. And when that happens, this problem is solved. Like, completely and totally solved. So we'll just keep an eye on that. And we do want to move, like... Well, these guys are still pushing in over here. We're still finishing off Borneo. Let's just head on in, like so. And let's just head on in, like so. Eliminate them. You guys, head up here instead. And then you can head here, you can head here. Excellent. That'll finish off Borneo. It is currently 31 May, which means that we are about to finish up this naval base. Which means that this guy can start getting supplies again. He might be able to advance in here. Because there's no one there. No, he can't. Okay, fair enough. This naval base will finish now. And now he will start regaining supplies. Head on over. Excellent. So we can see there's an enemy unit here. We'll just go ahead and drop a nuke on it. And I would like to check in over here in Central America. Yes. I would love to drop more nukes here. However, we do have access to this naval base, or rather this air base, and this one as well. Neither of which actually have any real power here. So we need to find them and get them repaired. That needs to be a fairly high priority here. So I'm just going to scroll through here, look for these. Here we go, Panama Canal. We'll get that repaired. And this airbase as well. There we go. So we want to prioritize those repairs, and that'll happen fairly quickly. Excellent. So that should allow us to put even more Fighter 3s up here, because they'll be close to the front, and then we can definitely wrest air superiority back. That'll be great. As far as Borneo goes, Borneo has fully fallen, so I'm going to take these guys up and have them start planning a naval invasion. We have multiple units selected here. I want just these guys selected. We're going to have them come up and start planning a naval invasion. Yes, I'm aware. From here to here. Like that. All divisions if we can, but we can't, so that's okay. We can only do the 5. Seems okay for now. I will want to embiggen that later on once we have some of these other naval invasions that get finished up. So that'll be fine. When are we able to launch this invasion? Is the question. Let's see. It's not these guys. It is these two. Yeah, so still about another 40 days before this starts. Sounds good. We'll just start moving up here. And this invasion really should be going soon. I mean, what are we looking at over here for naval supremacy? Still only chilling at about 49%. Okay. We would very much like to get additional naval supremacy over here. So I'm actually going to pull this unit here down to here. I'm actually not wanting this to go off just yet, even though it's going to go off soon, like it can go off soon. I don't actually want it to go off yet. Okay, so we're going to move in additional ships down here, and that should give us the naval supremacy that we need. We can see that some of this has happened. We did successfully invade here, for example. So this naval invasion can actually be deleted, and we may... Oh boy. I thought for sure that I had this 24 selected. Okay. So we're going to delete this naval invasion order. And these guys, they're not supposed to be doing what they're doing. They are supposed to just area defense over here. And we'll tell them, just area defend, like, this whole area. Like, everything over in this region. They're going to be stretched pretty thin. I'm aware of this. But basically all of this is what they're going to be responsible for. And we can toss in a few other locations as well. Things that are going to be done soon. I mean, some of these are probably neutral areas, but all of this over here. We can also have them garrisoning the coasts of Australia, which ends up being all of Australia. Okay. And yeah, we're just going to have them take all of... Well, not take all of these areas, but they're going to be responsible for defending them all. Oh, this is all one area? Fascinating. Okay, we'll call that good for now. And... what other orders are they assigned to? Okay, there we go. Just needed to update it. Sounds good. So these guys, they are the ones that are going to come up here and naval invade from here to here. There we go. Now, 6 divisions are assigned to that. That's fine. This naval invasion, I'm hoping, will go off soon. We have successfully taken over this, which means that these guys are not assigned to anything. And that's all of these over here. I'm going to tell them to move up over here. They're not really going to be planning a naval invasion yet because we're at our limit there. So that's fine. And as far as the supremacy goes, once our additional ships show up here, we are expecting some supremacy. Maybe. I guess we'll find out. 58%. I believe we need 75 to be able to actually fire this. But we also need time. It is 50%. Never mind. I'm wrong about that. It is 50% supremacy. Okay. So these guys are still preparing their invasion. They'll be done in just a couple of days. These guys down here, they are ready to go, but they lack the supremacy. I suppose we could send all of these fleets over here and have this get going. Let's do that for now. And let's see. What are we at here? 46%. Okay. We might need additional ships down here. I mean, these are not particularly reinforced. And in fact, this should really be back up to 20. This one is at 20. Is at 20. That's good enough. And okay. So there we go. We have a number of ships down here. But it isn't enough to get the supremacy that we need. Our air superiority is not currently impacting us, and that is because we moved these guys back over the Java Sea. They are no longer needed there, though, and they're going to come back over here. And air superiority over the Coral Sea. Excellent. There we go. And that should boost our supremacy over here. Oh, yeah, that's actually at full air supremacy. Well, full air supremacy, yeah. But we have enough naval supremacy to launch this at this point. Excellent. In we go, and as soon as we invade here, we can send these guys back up over here. That is indeed the plan. And then we can also have all of these guys join in on this. So that is great. It looks like we're going to be unopposed on this landing. I love it. That's really, really good. So in we go. We're going to immediately send all of these guys back up over here. There we go. And these lads, well, they're going to push out over this way. And these guys can just push up over here. And all of them except like this guy can come up over here. Okay. So let's get this set up. I also want to have this guy come back here, this guy come over here, like that. Perfect. Just grab that territory away. There is a crossing up here that allows us to connect up this way, but it does not connect over this way to the Solomon Islands. That's fine. These guys are not a member of the American Union. These are. Okay. Now, we can take this unit up here, select all of them, and assign them to this invasion. Perfect. Okay. And once these motions finish up here, then we'll set up our proper front line. Although I'm going to send these guys out over like so. There we go. Just grab us as much territory on Papua New Guinea as possible. These guys are heading out. That's wonderful. And then these guys, they're supposed to be heading up here. As soon as we're done with this naval invasion, we'll redirect those plans up to the north. That'll be fine. Now, these guys, they don't have any naval bases here. So that is definitely something to consider. And then we're going to, of course, select these lads. And we're going to change this front line to be like that. And we're going to give them an order to offensive line straight up to here for now. Excellent. Just checking to make sure that this didn't change any of our orders back here. And it did not. Good. So these guys are now in position. We need a naval base up over here. There we go. And then I'm going to send this single unit up over this way to grab everything in the back line over here. This is all part of this same connection. Great. The rest of these, they are going to get an offensive line. Apparently, we have to create a front line first. What? Hang on. I have the wrong guys selected. That would help. Fantastic. We're going to create an offensive line right over here, like that. In they go. They don't have supplies, but they will soon enough, in like a month. There's not much for naval bases over here, but we also seem to be entirely unopposed on this island. Okay, maybe not entirely, but mostly unopposed. Now, we can choose these guys and tell them that they are also going to be doing a naval invasion. From here, this time, over to, I think, over in this area. Yes, do that. Sounds great. Are they actually assigned to this? Let's make sure they are. I don't actually see any text on here, but I'm assuming that they're assigned. Looks like they are. Perfect. So that invasion is being planned. This invasion up here is going to be underway in actually just a couple of days. So that's very good to note. What have we got over here for air superiority at this point? Okay. We're at 61%. Let's utilize these air bases, and we're going to just put in some fighter threes here to be nice and efficient since they're close to the front line. And I'm only going to do one wing here. So we'll do 1,000 of those, air superioritying right here where they are. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to put in an air wing of 1,000 fighter threes, which are in here somewhere. I think I may have passed them. I can never remember. Heavy fighter threes. These will do. Sure. And then they are going to have 1,000 of those. And they will air superiority right over here. Excellent. How are we doing supply-wise over here? It's a little rough. I'm not going to lie. It's a little rough right here, supply-wise. So we should probably consider having additional supply flow over here. Something along the lines of this. I mean, even like this. Okay. Now, the question is, how long will it take these to actually get there? The answer is not too long. We should be able to have this happen pretty quickly, I think. In theory. Okay. We've spotted enemy navies, yes. These guys are going to head out, like, right now. There they go. Our invasion of North America has begun. And we're going to have a backup invasion over here in a while. These guys are not currently prepared to go out over here. We don't need to have our navies here anymore. This is very clear. So, we're going to take these guys and we're going to position them up here instead. Like so. There we go. Now, we do have some enemy forces over here. This is fine. I want these guys to be aggressively attacking, and they are. So that's good. These guys over here are making their way in. Interesting. Enemy forces are right here. Okay. We're going to immediately start beginning to construct a naval base here as well. This right here is going to be done soon enough, 5 August, so that's fine. Let's check in on North America and see what happens here. We're going to be pulling them in multiple directions at this point. That's the idea. They think that our main attack is coming from the south, and it might be, for all we know. That might be our main attack. But we're also attacking on multiple other fronts. And in we go. This looks to be unopposed. Excellent. We've lulled them into a bit of a false sense of security, it appears. So you can see here, we immediately took quite a lot of territory. we're going to immediately upgrade this to a level 10 naval base. And these guys, they are going to get an offensive line of right, like, maybe not there, of like right, I want it to be, say, well, maybe following this river. Kind of like that. That's a reasonably short front. A bit convex, but it's okay. Are they executing that? Execute that, please. There you go. Okay, and these guys are going to be landing over here. They're going to be able to reinforce. There are some American units here. We are currently winning that. The question is, for how long? This invasion may fail, but if that's the case, we can always bring them in to the naval base in Labrador. Now, we should increase our supply flow over here. So we will go ahead and do exactly that. Because we're going to need it. And yeah, you can see here, these guys, they're immediately giving up and coming up over here. That's okay. As our supply flow over here increases, we're going to be bringing in more and more troops over here. So we can go ahead and delete this invasion order. That's fine for now. We're probably going to need to invade over here. That said, yeah, this is not connected to the mainland. Good to know. Okay. Well, our invasion of the United States, or technically of the Russian Federation, has begun here. Canada is not going to put up too much resistance, but the US is not going to take this lightly. The question is, how many of their troops are down here right now? The answer is a lot. We're at 66% air superiority right now. And we're continuing to shoot down just tons of American planes. And they're not shooting down our planes anywhere near as quickly. So that's great. I do want to take a look over this way. These guys are still making their way on over. Okay. We should, however, have this naval base finishing up quite soon, which will be very useful for us. We're attacking out over this way. That's fine. And we have successfully invaded over here. So we can safely, not you, we can safely grab this army, delete this order, and tell them that they need... Delete all orders. They shouldn't have orders. Okay, we can tell them that they need to start thinking about some additional naval invasions out over this way. But we don't need all of them, I don't think. So we'll send, I don't know, maybe like squads of 5 units. Not you. Squads of 5 units to naval invade like so. And then say these 5 to naval invade from here to here, like that. And then that doesn't actually connect here, I don't think. So we're going to grab the next 5 units from this army. And let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, just ones that don't have orders. The next 5 that don't have orders. So we'll have them naval invade from here to here. Okay? And then the next 5 that don't have orders, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, they will naval invade from here to here. Now, is that connected? Yes, I think. No. No, it is not. So, we're going to need to select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They naval invade from here to here. That is connected. And just checking here on American Union. This is American Union. Okay, so let's grab our next units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the last ones that we have here. And we'll naval invade from here up to here. So we need naval supremacy in these 3 tiles right now. So we're going to have all of these take all of these locations. And hopefully that'll be good enough. And then we'll tell this army, just go ahead and go as soon as you can. Excellent. Now then, our invasions up here are going to get a little bit spicy, I feel like. We definitely need to be pushing out a little bit here. And we are. It's just very, very slow going. Okay. And down here, it looks like they have pulled troops. I would argue that they've pulled troops down here. However, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll see how far we can pull the United States troops apart. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.